Today I'm going to share with you my turnip trading strategies that lead me to profits every single week without fail. I'm about to brag a lot and I'm really sorry, but since playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, I think I've only ever lost money on turnips like twice ever. Since paying off my house, I've probably bought an inventory just about every week, sometimes more, and I've amassed about 80 million bells, mostly from turnips, which has allowed me to do multiple town renovations without really making a dent in my savings account. As I get into my tips today, a quick word of warning. Some of these methods do require a Nintendo Online subscription, but there's still hope for those of you without one. First things first, I need to show you how to determine your weekly turnip pattern for your island. My favorite site for this is called turnipprofit.io, but there's plenty out there. The more information you give these sites, the better they can tell you what pattern you're having on your island that week. There are 4 possible patterns: fluctuating, small spike, large spike, and decreasing. What you want is either a small or large spike pattern. As soon as you determine you're not having one of those, I would count your island out for the week in terms of making any meaningful cash from turnips. You don't need a Nintendo Online subscription to use one of these sites, which makes my first method for you very straightforward. First, tell your turnip tracking site what last week's pattern was if you know it. Then, tell it what you paid for turnips this week. And then, check your prices twice a day, once before 12 p.m. and once after. From there, you just need to make plans based around what the turnip tracker tells you throughout the week. If you find that you have a high % chance of a fluctuating or decreasing pattern, just sell immediately and then take note of the pattern for next week. But if you're getting a small or large spike, just let the tracker tell you the best day and time to sell your turnips and enjoy your winnings. So without a Nintendo Online subscription, this is your best bet for getting the most out of your turnips before they spoil by the end of the week. Now that you're tracking your prices, let's say you do have Nintendo Online. What you'll need here is a group of friends and a way to keep in touch with them, perhaps a Discord server or just a group text chain. Have everybody in the group start with the first method and track their prices. The more people you have in this group, the better your chances of having a large spike before the end of the week. My tip for you here would be to only buy 1 or 2 inventories worth of turnips max. Flying back and forth when everyone only has 1 inventory to sell takes a long enough time as it is. The trouble with this method is that your friends really need to be dedicated to the cause. If they can't check their prices twice a day, that's alright, but the data being solid really helps. It helps if everybody fills out their turnip tracking site and knows exactly what kind of spike they're going to get and when they're going to get it. If you don't have enough friends to set up a dependable turnip network, or you just hate tracking turnip prices, using the Nookazon Discord server is a really easy way to make bells with turnips. There's always someone out there with a high price, and it seems if you're willing to sit in a long queue, all you need to do is pick a day you'd like to sell turnips and just hang out in the Discord. I can't stress enough though that you really should try to make only one trip. It's especially important with this method because usually people end up inviting a lot of other folks to come and sell turnips. Additionally, a lot of people who are having a large spike will request payment. If you find that you need to buy your way into the island using Nook Miles tickets, that means you'll need an extra inventory space to carry those tickets, so having even less than a full inventory could help you here. Selling turnips is always a risk, but if you're willing to track your prices and do a bit of networking, you will make a lot of money very quickly every single week. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments how much money you've made off turnips.